of of social media social media guys versus the guys who are doing it
Sit
in
your
real life.
well, yeah.
So we got this guy fighting tonight. You know, we got Ryan Garcia, who has been in the news a bunch here lately. You know, just for his talk in terms of what he's had to say about uh, Canelo, who used to be a guy who was in his corner and supporting him and advocate for him. He's also made some comments about Floyd. He's like, it doesn't matter who's against him. He's gonna, do what he has to do. I respect the guy for speaking up for himself, but the big question is he's got a big fight tonight with Javier Fortuna, who is no walkthrough fighter, and he has been talking all this week about Tank Davis. Do you believe that Ryan Garcia is a legitimate title contender at lightweight? Which is a right now a packed division. We got a lot of guys at 135. Ryan
Mhm.
Garcia for I think the last 2 or 3 fights has been fighting catchweight at 140. He's
Mhm.
been talking about how he kind of like feels comfortable at that weight. But do you think he's a legitimate contender at 130 or 140, 135 or 140, or is he just a social media sensation?
Well, I'll say this, and I was just kidding around. I mean, it's apparent the the guy has talent. I mean, he has 22 wins, 18 of which he KO'd his opponent.
He hasn't fought
So
anybody though. I will say that. So
yeah, but I look at the sport like boxing. It's a combat sport, and I say that legitimately boxing is on any given day someone can actually win. The NBA, like if I put the Golden State Warriors on paper against the Sacramento Kings in the playoffs, they'll win. If I
well,
put
to an extent, because I think that
a fully healthy Golden State Warriors versus a fully healthy Sacramento Kings, my money is on Golden State.
when I say to an extent like that, I'm talking about more so from the boxing side. That
Mm,
when you mention that it's an any given day type of situation, to
yeah.
an extent, because a lot of boxers are taken through this path where they have to fight some guys that are walkthroughs, and
Mhm.
and it's just to get their confidence up and to get them some some time in the ring with some good guys. So I'll take that back to when I said he hasn't fought anybody. He's fought a few fighters that are notable at those weight classes, like Luke Campbell is a guy that a lot of people would say is reputable at that weight
Mhm.
class. Romero Duno, Emmanuel Tego. So he's had a few
And he went 12
fights.
rounds of the manual. He went 12 rounds.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I will say that you tip like for me is when I look at his like catalog of wins, he has a lot of wins that he's won within 5 rounds. That's pretty impressive. But when you
mhm,
start going the distance, 12 full rounds, like that takes another like that takes fortitude to be able to fight for that long. Like just think about it. If you ever been in like a fist fight before, man, for 30 seconds you like huffing and puffing. It's just like that adrenaline is rushing,
mhm,
and then you start to fatigue real quick because you got all that energy. So being able to last for all those rounds is very commendable. But I do think that Garcia has talent. I do think he's a
yeah,
good boxer. He is fighting Fortuna this weekend. And the Dominicans love boxing. And I mean he's been in 43 fights. I mean he has 37 wins, only 3 losses. So I think this would be a great test for Garcia. Do I think Garcia is going to win? I don't know because you look at Fortuna, Fortuna's he's older. In boxing years, he's 32. That's kind of old if you ask me.
Right.
Um, you still can be at your peak at 32, but when you think about a combat sport, the pounding that you take, you've been in 43 fights, that's a lot of wear and tear on the body. That's like me racing. I have a 2009 Honda Accord. That's like me racing a 2023 Honda Accord. They done added more horsepower to the car, no
Right.
miles. It's just I'm gonna get toasted, even though my car may
Possibly.
still ride good. You know what I'm saying? But I think from a strategy perspective, Fortuna probably can beat him in that regard, just due to his experience. But it's just maybe like just raw talent. I think Garcia may have him, so it should be a good fight. I just want to see Garcia fight Tank. And I think Tank is just like whoever you put in that ring. I'm gonna go ahead and the this mo the I'm gonna give him crazy work. So whoever you put in
Yeah.
the ring, I'm gonna give you crazy work.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah. What's your prediction for tonight?
I think it's gonna go 8 rounds. 8 rounds. Garcia.
Okay. Okay. Good prediction. I've got Garcia by TKO. I don't know what round, but I got him by TKO.
You gonna put
Over
any bread on it?
Fortuna. Nah, no, not at all.
Okay.
But yeah, I think to your point, he's a formidable fighter. He is a potential superstar in the sport
Potential.
based on
He's not
based
already
on
a superstar.
no, he's not he's a social media star. He's not a boxing superstar by
Stay,
any means.
stay
He
in the
doesn't have a
news, man.
belt. What was that?
Stay in the news. That's like me saying Jay Paul not a superstar in
He's
boxing.
not a boxing superstar. He's a see the lines are blurred. The lines are blurred today between people that are true stars in their sport and people that have a social media following or and are stars when it comes to the media. So there are media stars in sports today that are not
Hmm.
actual stars in their sport.
Hmm.
Jake Paul is not a boxing superstar. I think on August 2nd, when he fights Hassan Rahman Jr., that we'll find out a lot about who this guy really is, and
He's
that
made.
is going. And what we'll find out is that he's nobody when it comes to boxing.
I don't know, man. This is the thing, though, right? But I'm gonna tell you this: boxing has been dead for quite some time.
But
The only
I think
person,
that's something that people say, but I don't think it has been. There have been
bro.
some great fighters over the past couple of years. You have to be a true boxing fan to get into it. There have been some great matches where whether you have the Andy Ruiz who has beat Anthony Joshua with the upset in the heavyweight division. You got some great heavyweight fighters. Those Wilder Tyson Fury fights were some great fights. I
Okay,
actually. Oh, go ahead.
so I actually went to the third fight in Vegas back in
Great
October.
fight.
Great fight, and man, those guys like TV does not do boxing justice. You had to be
Right.
there in that, bruh. Those dudes are huge, man. Like Fury is huge, bro. And I don't say that about a lot of people. I mean, I'm only 6 foot, but those guys are huge, man. But anywho, bro, you got Fury, you got Wilder, you got Floyd. Before then,
You got
you had
Canelo.
Canelo, Pac Man,
You
but
got Lomachenko.
Nomachenko, yeah.
You got
What's my
Triple
guy
G.
Crawford?
Terrence Crawford, Triple G, Errol
Yeah,
Spence,
yeah,
Tank
yeah, yeah.
Davis. You
Yeah,
have some
you got some
legitimate.
people. You
You
got
have
some people.
The Charlo twins.
You got
One
some people,
one
man.
undisputed champion, one champion at the lower division. You've got some legitimate superstars in boxing right now.
but it's not like the glory days, bro. It's not like Evander Holyfield. It's not like Mike Tyson. It's not like Lennox Lewis. It's not like Roy Jones Jr. Like
Well, I
it's
think it's
just
also because of media has changed. So we didn't get to see these guys post on their Instagrams every day or see there weren't specials that went into showing their training and getting that
I
type of
love those
access.
Showtime. I love those Showtime
Right.
specials,
So
bro.
so back then all you got was the pay-per-view. So if you wanted to see Tyson, this, the baddest man on the planet, the only way to do it was to order that fight on pay-per-view, have all your friends,
Mhm.
your family come through and watch the baddest man on the planet because
That's what made it so dope.
you knew somebody was getting knocked out in the first 3 rounds. But I've seen some tremendous fights over the past 5 years being a boxing enthusiast. You got to see again Wilder and Fury up close and personal, and you know what that experience was
Man,
like.
I put
So
money on Wilder too, bro.
I I think
In
everybody
Vegas.
wanted to see Wilder do it. Everybody wanted to see
Uh,
Wilder do it,
in my
but
heart, I was like, yo, let me go ahead and go Fury round 9. And I think he got him in 10. I think he got him in 10 or 11. I was like, fuck.
Wilder put up a good fight, man. And
Yeah,
I
he
think,
did.
I think the thing about it is both of them are saying that they're done. I think that what we'll see is we'll see, you know, Alexander Usyk. I think we'll see Anthony Joshua take the titles from him
Mhm.
in their fight that's coming up. I think we'll see Anthony Joshua win those titles. I think we'll see um I think we'll see Tyson Fury come out to fight Anthony Joshua, a fight that we've been waiting on for quite some time. And I think we'll see Anthony Joshua beat Tyson Fury. And after we see Anthony Joshua beat Tyson Fury, I think there's a chance
I
we
don't
see
know.
Wilder Joshua. And if we see Wilder Joshua, I think Wilder has enough dog in him that he beats Anthony Joshua. And at
It,
that point, if we've got Wilder with
I
all
can't
the
get a four.
titles, if we've got Wilder with all the titles, I
I don't
think we
want a
get a
four, man.
Tyson Fury Wilder four.
I don't want a four, man. I think
Well, when
the
you think
Gypsy
about it,
King, bro, the Gypsy King, bro. I doubted him, bro. I'm like, this big tub of lard, how is he beating people, bro? When I
he's a
was
great
there
fighter.
in that
He's
ring up
skilled.
close and
He's
personal, bro,
skilled.
and I was watching how he was moving, like how he was just like teeing up everything, bro. Like he had a method to his madness. I mean, he got knocked down like twice, but I think they were just
Right.
tired. Honestly, I really do think they were tired,
Yeah.
and I think he might have did that intentionally, bro, to keep the fight going he because he knows that Wilder is not as conditioned as him. Like, bro, it was a remarkable fight, bro. Like, you get. I digress. You can go ahead, bro. It was a good fight.
And I really don't think that Wilder isn't as conditioned. I think what it is that Wilder takes more of a beating throughout the fight because he's
Mhm.
not as big as Fury. So that gets him tired. So I think I've watched Wilder, train. I think he's in great shape and he came into the third fight in some of the best shape of his life. The
Mhm.
challenge is that throughout the fight, you're taking this beating from this big guy who's giving you body shot after body shot.
Bro, that
And
boy big.
and over time, no matter what type of shape you're in, those body shots take a toll.
Yeah,
And
bro.
and by that time you're just worn down. So like I said, my prediction is that Anthony Joshua takes all the titles from Usyk. There's probably a rematch clause there. That is the rematch clause. That fight, I don't know if they fight again after that. I see a Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury matchup because Tyson Fury has began to speak out. He knows that Anthony Joshua is going to come back and I feel like beat Usyk and he wants that fight with Anthony Joshua. I think we see Joshua beat Tyson Fury, and then we get this Wilder Joshua fight that has been in the talks for a while. And I think Wilder gets all the belts, and maybe at that point he gets all the belts and he retires, and maybe that's the best thing for the Bronze Bomber, Alabama legend. Maybe that's the
Oh,
best thing to get
squad.
to get Bomb Squad.
The whole arena was like, "Oh, squad." I was like,
you
"God
know.
damn." When his ass hit the damn canvas, I said,
Hey,
"Damn."
he's a champion, man. He's a
Uh,
champion, so we gotta respect it. We
oh,
gotta
for
respect it.
sure, yeah,
But
yeah.
we're gonna bounce on